Everyone's talking about the Insta360 Luna Ultra, but not about what actually matters. Sure, there's a Leica collaboration and impressive specs, but the real story is in the details most people are missing. In this video, we're going beyond the spec sheet to break down what's credible, what's not, and one feature that could quietly make this the most practical pocket camera of 2026. Stick around, because that last detail changes everything. To understand why the Luna Ultra has so much momentum right now, you need a bit of context. Insta360 teased the lineup at NAB 2026, but they did it in a very calculated way. The Luna Ultra got the spotlight, while the Luna Pro stayed literally behind frosted glass. That kind of deliberate reveal strategy tells you this is not a rushed product. They are controlling the narrative carefully, which usually means what is coming is something they are genuinely confident about. And the timing could not be better. With DJI facing regulatory friction in the US market, there is a real gap opening up for a creator-focused pocket camera that can step into that space. Insta360 knows that, and the Luna Ultra looks built specifically to take advantage of it. So what do we actually know? Both the Luna Pro and Luna Ultra use a 1-inch sensor with a 20mm lens and f1.8 aperture, already a step ahead of something like the Pocket 4. But the Ultra adds a second telephoto camera with a smaller sensor, giving you up to around 60mm, or roughly 3 times true optical zoom. Here's where it gets interesting. Insta360 calls it dual lens synergy, meaning both lenses work together as you zoom to keep image quality consistent. And with Leica color tuning across both, you avoid any color shift mid-shot. Trust me, that detail matters more than it sounds.
Beyond the dual lens system, the leaked video specs are genuinely hard to ignore. We're looking at 4K at 240 frames per second and Dolby Vision HDR, both of which would be standout numbers for any pocket camera, let alone one expected to come in under 150 grams. Stabilization is handled by a 3-axis mechanical gimbal backed by AI processing and Deep Track 3.0 for subject tracking, so you're not relying purely on software to smooth things out. The 2-inch OLED touchscreen reportedly hits around 1,000 nits of brightness, which should actually hold up in outdoor conditions, rather than washing out the moment you step into sunlight. Battery is a 1500 mAh cell with a claimed 150 to 180 minutes of runtime. But here's the part nobody's really talking about: the rumored twist-style modular system. Insta360 has not officially confirmed it yet, but the indications are strong enough to take seriously. If it is real, it means the Luna Ultra could accept attachments that fundamentally change what the camera does, not unlike how a modular phone concept works, but executed on something you actually want to carry. That's the detail worth watching as we get closer to launch. And this next bit surprised even me. The MIC Pro that Insta360 is launching alongside the Luna lineup is not just an accessory tacked on for completeness, it's a genuinely well-thought-out piece of the puzzle. It uses a 3-capsule microphone array with NPU-based AI noise reduction, which is serious hardware for a wireless mic at this level. The standout feature is the Direct Connect system. It pairs instantly with Luna cameras without needing a separate receiver, which removes an entire step from your setup. But visually, it also has a customizable e-ink display on the transmitter where you can show your logo, an emoji, or your own graphics. Silly? Maybe a little, but for creators who are already thinking about how everything looks on camera, that kind of detail lands differently. What this really signals is that Insta360 is building an ecosystem here. Camera, audio, and connectivity all designed to talk to each other natively. That's exactly the playbook DJI used to lock in creator loyalty, and Insta360 is executing it deliberately. So here's the bigger picture. The Luna Ultra isn't just another spec-heavy camera, it's a calculated move from Insta360. Dual lens optical zoom, Leica color consistency, mechanical stabilization, and a modular system all point to something different. With the Luna Pro, Luna Ultra, and Mic Pro expected to launch before June 2026, we're very close to seeing how this holds up in real use. So which feature stands out most to you? Drop it in the comments.
Nobody expected Insta360 to make this move, at least not this fast. The company that basically owns the action camera space just got caught with something way bigger up its sleeve: a full mirrorless camera with an interchangeable lens system. We're talking about the Insta360 Z1, and leaked photos showing a real, finished-looking unit have just hit the internet. This isn't a concept render or a wish list post. Someone is physically holding this thing with an actual MFT lens mounted on it. Today, we're breaking down everything we know, what the design is telling us, and why this camera might actually matter for the entire Micro Four Thirds ecosystem. Stick around because the details here are seriously worth your attention. So what do we actually know from these images? The leaked shots reveal a sleek, minimal body, white finish, clean lines, and a form factor that feels like a love letter to compact camera fans who've been ignored for years. Think of the old Panasonic GM1 but reimagined with 2026 energy. You can clearly see physical control dials on top, dedicated wheels for aperture and exposure compensation, which is a huge signal that Insta360 is going after real photographers, not just content creators who live inside touchscreen menus. There's also a hot shoe, dual microphones, and a front command dial visible in the shots. One thing notably absent, though, an electronic viewfinder. That's a deliberate trade-off to keep the body as compact as possible, and honestly, for the target audience here, it's probably the right call. Here's where things get really interesting. Under the hood, this camera is reportedly packing a 20-megapixel Micro Four Thirds sensor, and that is a massive leap for a company that spent its entire career squeezing performance out of tiny action camera chips. The Z1 uses an active MFT mount, which means on day one, you've got access to the entire Olympus and Panasonic lens ecosystem. Autofocus, aperture control, all of it. That's years of glass compatibility without building a single new lens. Trust me on this one. That move alone makes this camera a serious proposition for hybrid shooters looking to travel light without sacrificing their glass collection. You know what's interesting? The leaked body shows integrated heat sinks built right into the chassis, and that's not an accident. Insta360 didn't add thermal management for fun. This strongly points to aggressive video specs, possibly 4K at 120 FPS or even 6K output, and they clearly want to avoid the overheating problems that have embarrassed other compact camera makers. Processing will likely be handled by an evolved version of their triple AI chip from the X5, and if they layer their legendary flow state stabilization on top of potential in-body image stabilization, you'd have a pocket-sized camera that shoots like a dedicated cinema rig. We're still waiting on official IBIS confirmation, but the hardware design is whispering very loudly. Here's the bigger picture worth talking about. Panasonic and OM System have both been chasing flagship territory, big bodies, pro features, pro prices, while the compact enthusiast segment has basically been abandoned. The Z1 walks directly into that empty space. It's stylish, it's small, and it brings Insta360's AI-powered software expertise to a proper sensor for the first time ever. New blood in the MFT market is exactly what this ecosystem needs to stay relevant, and the photography community is already buzzing. Some love the white aesthetic, some hate it, but everyone agrees that a fresh competitor is long overdue. The Insta360 Z1 is the most interesting MFT camera announcement in years, and it hasn't even been officially announced yet. If Insta360 can deliver on the video performance, nail the battery life, which is genuinely the hardest challenge here, and back it up with proper software support, this thing could shake the entry-level mirrorless market in a real way. A fall 2026 release feels likely based on how quickly things have moved from prototype leak to finished hardware shots. So here's my question for you. Does the lack of a viewfinder bother you, or is the compact size worth that trade-off? Drop your take in the comments. I read every single one. If you found this breakdown useful, hit like and subscribe so you catch the full hands-on the moment we get one. See you in the next one.